Welcome to this second video in setting up your business for Get 5 Stars. So what I want to do is take you through a complete feedback flow for a customer, and then I'll show you in the settings how you can change the email and the landing pages and what the content says on there. So we provide you with some defaults, which you'll see here, and then I'll show you what that looks like and then how you can change it. So I'm going to go in. We've just sent a feedback request to Mick Jagger. I just clicked on this and sent the request out. And now I'm going to switch over to my email. And here you see the feedback request email. Now, by default, it shows a map for your image, but you can go ahead and change this by uploading a logo, and it has your business information so that the customer knows who they're leaving feedback for. And then there's a nice personalized little message here thanking the customer for visiting and asking for feedback. Now, you can change the content of this message, and I'll show you where that is. And now the customer clicks on the provide feedback button, and it takes them to a little provide feedback screen. And what I want to show you is the flow through here for both positive and negative feedback. So based on the customer's response and how they rate you, we might take them to a page that thanks them and encourages them to leave online reviews, or we might take them to a page that that says, hey, I'm sorry you didn't have a great experience, and we'll follow up and take care of it. So let's start off with a negative feedback flow. And let's just say that the customer had to wait a long time and they weren't happy about it. Now, after they enter in their feedback title and description, we ask them a key question. This is based on the Net Promoter Score. And the key question is, how likely is it that you'd recommend our company to a friend or colleague? And depending on how they answer this question, we're going to route them in different ways. So if the feedback was not positive and they click submit feedback, we take them to a thank you page, thanking them for their feedback and letting them know that we're going to follow up to address the situation and giving them a chance to say, hey, what could we have done to make your experience better? Now, this content you can change and customize, and I'll show you where that goes. And that was part of the flow I wanted to show you. Now, if it was positive feedback, so let's change it. Okay, and now we've got some positive feedback, rated it highly, submit the feedback. Now we're routing them to a different page, which thanks them again and makes it easy for them to leave your review on Google or Yahoo or CitySearch or any of those sites. Okay, and I can click directly to the feedback link on those sites. Now, this is the positive feedback landing page. Great, so now that we've left feedback, I want to show you one more thing, and that is the thank you email. So here you're seeing the thank you for your feedback email. And this was for the negative feedback. Thank you for your feedback. Whenever we see feedback that's not outstanding, we'd like to follow up and see what we could have done better. You can change this content. So that's the email. So these are the things I just wanted to show you the flow. And then we're going to go back into Get 5 Stars. We're going to go back into Get 5 Stars and I'll show you where all this is. So the first thing I want to show is we're in the customer dashboard, right? We started in the business dashboard when you first log in and you see your list of businesses. Maybe there's only one business here. That's fine. I'm going to drill into that business. And from here, I'm looking at the customer dashboard for that business. And it's here that I can go up to settings and change those email templates and change those feedback settings. So we go to email templates. So this is that first email that Mick Jagger got. And here's where you can customize the subject and the email body and whatever you want. And we even provide tags where you can enter in like your business name or website, and it'll just drop those in directly. So you can customize that. You can send a test email to yourself once you make changes, and then you can even save your changes by hitting update template. This is the positive feedback email, which we just looked at, and here's the negative feedback email. So here's where you would customize those emails. There are two more settings on this page. One is if you want the sender email address to be different from the email you used to sign up for your Get 5 Stars account, you can change that here. And this is where I would replace the image that shows up in the email. Let me show you again what that means. So I am talking about this image right here that's in your email. You could put a logo or something else, whatever image that you want there instead of the map that's there by default. All right, so that's for your email settings. Now, if I go to the feedback settings, there are a number of checkboxes here, but what I want to do is just show you the text for the positive and the negative feedback page. So this is the text that's going to show up when someone leaves you positive feedback or leaves you negative feedback, this is the landing page they come to. And so you can customize all this as well. There are a few other settings on this page. If you wanted to change the feedback threshold, so for example, I want to show the positive feedback page on anything that's a 7 or higher, you can change that here. And then you can also auto approve feedback to go all the way to your website from here as well. And I'm going to show that in a later video. But the main thing I wanted to show you here was those two things. How do you change your email? And then how do you change the landing pages as part of that experience? Now, the last thing to show you on the screen here is the online review links. So if you remember when we left positive feedback, it took us to a page with the Google and Yelp links on there and a couple of others. Well, I go into settings, online review links, and that's where I can change this stuff. I can go in here and I can add for a whole bunch of different sites. I can decide which ones show up and what order they show up on my site. If I wanted, for example, to emphasize Google for a while, or I want to emphasize Yahoo for a while, I can move these around and decide which ones to show and not to show. Now, these are the links that show up on the positive review. So positive feedback. So let me show you this. What I'm talking about is once the customer clicks through and they leave you positive feedback, you're controlling the buttons that are going to show up that click directly to your online review sites here. So that's really simple and easy for you to change and add. And if you don't see, if there are sites in here that you need that you don't see yet, it's easy for us to add those. We've got a whole bunch of them in here, and we can add more as we go. All right, so that's what I wanted to show you in setup video number 2. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to add and import customers to your dashboard and figure out and configure your communications modes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.